As the Winter Olympics draw to a close, the B-Boys and I pondered this specific question with regards to the OKC Thunder roster. Mind you, most of the Thunder players are best suited for the Summer Olympic events, but this was a far more challenging exercise, and hilarious. The Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang, South Korea is drawing to a close and offered some highly entertaining competition. It began on February 9th and will complete today. Over the course of the 17 days, 102 events occurred. Running through the events offers a myriad of on-ice snow activities from within the 15 sport disciplines. Without further ado, the following list outlines what sport we agreed the OKC Thunder players were best suited to compete in. Steven Adams, ice hockey. Event details. Played precisely like NHL hockey, although there are some fundamental tweaks and a bigger ice surface why Adams fits. This one is a no-brainer. Steven Adams is the natural pick to be a defenseman on a hockey team. Can't you just imagine Adams delivering a bone-crushing check in open ice? Or getting into a full-on fight with an opponent who hit or hurt your star player? Just think of who is usually the first guy on the scene when Russell Westbrook gets upset. Even his hair is perfect, as many hockey players are known for their flowing locks cascading down their backs, under their helmets. The bonus is no one could kick him in the Kiwis. Or at least if they did, there would be so much padding it wouldn't matter. As an aside, I'm pretty sure the mullet originated on some hockey player. Carmelo Anthony, 4-man bobsleigh. Event details. For this event there are 2-men and 4-men bobsledding events. Teams begin with a running start to push the sleds about 50 meters prior to jumping in and traveling 1,000 meters down a track of ice, utilizing the high ice walls to build speed. Why Melo fits. Although he wasn't technically on the infamous banana boat, his three pals, LeBron, Dwayne and CP3, were. Surely this is the perfect sport for Melo to suit up for with his comrades. Although the quartet would need to don a more suitable winter-friendly uniform, this still feels like the perfect fit for the friendly foursome. Besides, with LeBron's size and speed, he'd make the perfect captain to drive the sled. Paul George, freestyle skiing. Event details. There are 4 different disciplines which fall under freestyle skiing. They are moguls, aerials, haypipe, slopestyle and ski cross. Each of the disciplines requires the ability to maneuver courses either downhill or in a pipe. Every event incorporates speed, while most are judged based on tricks completed in the course, such as twists and flips. Why George fits. It may not seem like the natural fit for Paul George, but this event does require the athlete to combine numerous abilities all in one sport. Moreover, I used poetic license here, i.e., freestyle and free agency. Russell Westbrook, alpine skiing, downhill. Event details. Of all the alpine skiing events, the downhill is the most dangerous. This event features the biggest vertical drop, in the participants travel at the greatest speeds. The vertical drop in the men's event can be as much as 1,100 meters and speeds can reach up to 130 kilometers per hour. In addition, the skiers must navigate being lofted into the air, sharp turns and dips in the course. Why Westbrook fits. Participants in this event have to be fearless and fast. I mean, come on, this event has Westbrook tattooed to it. Is there anyone as ferocious as Westbrook in the NBA? Arguably, he is the fastest as well. Definitely, he approaches the game with the same "why not" attitude as he does life. Therefore, if Westbrook chose to be a downhill skier, odds are he'd be giving Scandinavian participants a run or ski for their money. Raymond Felton, curling. Event details. Curling is played on ice, but is equal parts strategy and perhaps the least physically taxing of all Winter Olympic sports. Teams of 4 utilize granite stones, or rocks, which they slide down the ice while the other members of their foursome sweep the ice to help clear the path. How the stone is released in terms of speed and utilizing the handle on top of the stone determines the direction it will take. Where Felton fits. I'm not sure if it's isolated to Canada, but growing up many of us play a board game called crokinole. Curling is basically the same thing played on ice, which may be why so many Canadians play, or support, the sport. Although capable physically, curlers aren't necessarily seen as the most athletic. In fact, there is the connotation, whether fair or not, that most curlers are beer drinkers. Taking those factors into consideration, it makes sense Felton is the perfect skip for a curling team. Being a point guard, he's required to be strategic. And Felton always looks like he's carrying a little too much weight. Nick Collison, biathlon. Event details. Biathlon is a combination sport which incorporates cross-country skiing with rifle shooting. The athletes have to ski around a 4 km loop for 4 laps prior to stopping and shooting at 5 targets. Maintaining even breathing is key since every missed target equates to a 1-minute penalty assessed. Why Collison fits? Biathlon requires the ability to remain calm and steady. So, who else besides the wily veteran would be perfect for this sport? Time and again when OKC has needed someone to come into the game and calm the situation, Collison has been called upon. Kyle Singler, figure skating event details. There are 5 figure skating disciplines: pairs, ice dance, as well as female and male individual events. This is the second Olympics to offer a team event combining all 4 disciplines with countries competing for medals. In every event, skaters complete 2 programs, one short, approximately 2 minutes, 40 seconds, and one long, approximately 4 minutes. The short programs are more technical with specific required elements such as jumps, jump combinations, spins, throws, lifts and footwork sequences, whereas the long programs offer more flexibility and choice. Why Singler fits? One look at the above picture tells you Singler has the perfect look for a pairs partner in figure skating. Besides, he's so used to being kept on ice, this should be a natural transition for the bench warmer. Jeremy Grant, ski jumping event details. If you've seen the movie Eddie the Eagle, then you know what ski jumping is. It requires the ability to fly and maintain perfect form and balance. It also takes major cajones. 2 hills, one 85 meters and one 110 meters, are the launching pads the jumpers hurtle themselves off. The goal is to get as far down the hill as possible with what is called a telemark landing. Why Grant fits? Witness Jeremy Grant fly through the paint to deliver a devastating blocker killer dunk, and it makes sense why I slotted the high flyer into this sport. Have your say. So, there you have the idle meanderings of a group of basketball fans who go off on silly tangents to amuse ourselves. The process ended up offering up much more debate than you might imagine. Moreover, it served up a ton of giggles and fun as we spent ample time dissecting the best sports for each player. In spite of their final placement, I still think players like Westbrook could suit up and deliver in many different sports. So, now it's your turn. Tell me which OKC Thunder player you think could participate in the next Winter Olympic Games and what sport they would be best suited for.